Did you know that over 10 million travelers visit Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand in the same trip every year? And nearly half of them say they wish they had planned it differently? Visa denied, bus overbooked, wrong currency, wet season, yep. Southeast Asia can be paradise or purgatory, depending on what you know before you go. This route isn't just a bucket list dream. It's a transformational journey through ancient kingdoms, electric street food scenes, jungle temples, and next-level hospitality. But with 3 countries, 3 currencies, and 3 totally different vibes, the line between epic and chaotic gets real thin. That's why in this video, we're breaking down the 10 things you must know before you take on this tri-country adventure, to help you travel smarter, deeper, and with fewer meltdowns. So before you pack that backpack or book that beach bungalow, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and stick around, because mistake number 7 might just save your whole trip. Number 10. One visa won't rule them all. Let's get one thing straight. There is no magical visa that lets you float freely through Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. Each country has its own entry rules, which vary wildly depending on where you're from. And they change more often than the Wi-Fi password at a hostel. Thailand might welcome you with a free visa waiver on arrival for 30 days. Cambodia? A $36 e-visa you can apply for online in 10 minutes. Vietnam? Well, they might want you to pre-apply for an e-visa or not, depending on your nationality, recent changes, or even the airport you land at. Confused yet? It gets trickier at land borders. Crossings are notoriously chaotic. Expect random fees, inconsistent rules, and visa helpers offering shady services. Overstaying even one day, that could land you a hefty fine or a ban from re-entry. The smart move? Use official government websites for e-visas. Never rely on dodgy third-party agents, and always check your country's entry requirements before crossing into the next. Because in Southeast Asia, not knowing your visa rules can turn your dream trip into a bureaucratic nightmare faster than you can say border stamp, please. Number 9. Sleeper bus roulette. At first glance, the overnight sleeper bus seems like the perfect travel hack. A bed and a ride in one for less than the price of dinner back home. But in Southeast Asia, budget overland travel is more of a gamble than a guarantee. Hop on a sleeper bus in Vietnam and you might get reclining pods with LED lights and free Wi-Fi. Or you might find yourself stuffed in a triple bunk coffin blasting karaoke at 2 a.m. with no seatbelt and a toilet that hasn't worked since 2018. Minivans in Cambodia are notorious for being packed like Tetris blocks with extra passengers squeezed between rows and luggage tied to the roof with a single rope. Drivers speed like they're auditioning for Fast and Furious Phnom Penh Drift, and scheduled stops? Optional. Scams are common too, especially at border towns where agencies shuffle tourists onto random buses or demand fake exit fees. Your best bet? Book through trusted platforms like 12Go, read recent reviews, and when in doubt, spend a little more for reliability. Because in this part of the world, saving $5 could cost you a whole night's sleep. Or your sanity. Number 8. Street food heaven? Or belly hell? If Southeast Asia had a national anthem, it would probably be the sizzling sound of meat on a charcoal grill. From Vietnam's steaming pho stalls to Thailand's mango sticky rice carts and Cambodia's crispy fried tarantulas, yes, really, street food here is nothing short of legendary. But here's the flip side. For every unforgettable bite, there's a backpacker doubled over in a hostel bathroom whispering regrets between sips of rehydration salts. Welcome to the infamous Bali Belly's cousin, Southeast Asia's street meat surprise. The reality is, food safety standards vary. Think raw herbs rinsed in questionable water, ice cubes made from tap water, undercooked seafood, and utensils rinsed in the same bucket all day. And don't even get us started on that chicken that's been sitting out since sunrise. So how do you eat like a king without paying the intestinal price? Easy. Follow the locals. If it's busy and there's a line, it's probably safe. Avoid stalls with no customers, ask for fresh cooked, and steer clear of raw stuff unless you're sure it's safe. Because getting sick in paradise, not the souvenir you want to bring home. Number 7, same but deeply different. You'll hear this phrase a lot in Southeast Asia, same but different. And nowhere does it apply more than to the cultures of Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. To the untrained eye, they may seem similar: Buddhist temples, motorbikes, rice fields. But once you scratch the surface, the differences are profound. In Thailand, never touch someone's head. It's considered sacred. In Vietnam, respect for elders and formality in speech matter more than you might expect. And in Cambodia, you'll notice a gentle, soft-spoken culture shaped by its difficult history. Then there are temple dress codes. What's acceptable in one country might get you turned away in another. In general, shoulders and knees covered is a safe bet, but try showing up in a crop top at Angkor Wat, and you'll get side-eyed real quick. Even small gestures can cause offense: using your feet to point, touching monks, or raising your voice in public. The golden rule: don't assume. Do a quick etiquette check for each country before you arrive. A little cultural respect goes a long way and can open doors to more meaningful, authentic experiences than any guidebook ever could. Number 6, the ATM ate my card. Imagine this: you're in a tiny town in rural Vietnam, it's 10 p.m., you're starving, and the only ATM for miles just swallowed your debit card. Welcome to the wild world of Southeast Asian banking. Here's what most travelers don't realize: Cambodia, Thailand, and Vietnam operate on totally different systems, and things can get confusing fast. In Cambodia, cash is king, and not just Cambodian riel. You'll need US dollars for almost everything, and yes, they'll reject your bill if it's too wrinkled or has even a tiny tear. Thailand, the ATMs charge foreign cards up to $6 per withdrawal, and good luck finding one that dispenses more than a few $100 at a time. Meanwhile, in Vietnam, card machines often reject international cards outside major cities, and digital payments are still catching up. Oh, and don't count on every ATM working when you need it most. Some eat cards, some run out of cash, some just don't like your bank. The fix? Use multi-currency travel cards like Wise or Revolut to dodge crazy fees. And always carry a stash of emergency cash hidden somewhere safe. In this part of the world, being cashless can leave you truly stranded. Number 5, the weather isn't on your side. Think Southeast Asia is all sunshine and palm trees? Think again. The weather in Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand is like playing roulette, and the house always wins. While you're sunbathing on a Thai island, it could be flooding in central Vietnam, and a monsoon might be rolling into Phnom Penh. Different regions have different rainy seasons, often just a few hundred kilometers apart. That means planning your trip by month alone is a rookie move. Flash floods can shut down roads in Vietnam. Sudden downpours in Cambodia can turn city streets into rivers. And in Thailand, the heat can hit over 40 degrees Celsius, the kind that makes you question all your life choices while stuck in a tuk-tuk with no breeze. Packing for all 3 countries? Now that's a challenge. You want to travel light, but you'll need a rain jacket, breathable clothes, and shoes that don't turn into sponges. Pro tip: check regional weather zones, not just the country overall. Use apps like Windy or AccuWeather. Because getting drenched during Temple Day or stranded at a washed-out train station, that's not the kind of adventure anyone signs up for. Number 4, TikTok versus truth. That dreamy shot of Angkor Wat at sunrise, what you didn't see was the hundreds of tourists shoulder to shoulder jockeying for the exact same photo. And that picture-perfect Thai long-tail boat floating in turquoise water, probably taken at 6 a.m. before the party boats and plastic bottles arrived. In the age of viral reels and filtered drone shots, it's easy to build up a fantasy version of Southeast Asia, but the reality can be jarringly different. Yes, Angkor Wat is majestic, but it's also sweltering, crowded, and sprawling. Phi Islands? Stunning, but often over-commercialized, overpriced, and overwhelmed with tourists. Many travelers arrive chasing the shot and end up missing the story. The key? Don't just follow the algorithm. Mix those viral hotspots with off-the-beaten-path gems. Think floating villages near Kampong Chnang, the rice terraces of Phu Luong, or sleepy islands like Koh Rong Samloem. And keep your plans flexible. Sometimes the best moments happen far from any camera. Because chasing the highlight reel might get you likes, but chasing authenticity gets you memories that actually matter. Number 3. Wi-Fi dreams, sim nightmares. You might imagine sipping coconut coffee in a Hanoi cafe while live streaming your travels in high definition. And in Vietnam, that's entirely possible. The Wi-Fi is blazing fast, even in rural areas. But try doing the same thing in parts of Cambodia, and suddenly you're stuck watching the loading wheel spin like a prayer wheel. Connectivity across Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand is anything but consistent. While Thailand and Vietnam are digital nomad hubs with solid 4G and cafe culture, Cambodia can lag behind, especially in remote towns where even Google Maps struggles to load. And don't even get us started on SIM card scams. At airports or land borders, shady vendors overcharge or sell you data plans that mysteriously run out in 2 days. Some even load the wrong SIM profile entirely. Want to stay connected without the drama? Buy your SIM at official mobile stores in town, not from that sketchy stall with handwritten prices. Or, better yet, go modern and grab an eSIM from providers like Aralo or Holofly. It activates instantly and keeps you online from the moment you land. Because nothing kills your travel buzz faster than being lost, disconnected, and unable to even post about it. Number 2. Nightlife, not life. Thailand's nightlife is legendary. Think neon-lit streets of Bangkok, beach parties in Phuket, and full moon gatherings on Koh Phangan. Cambodia? It's earned a reputation for its relaxed weed culture, especially around Siem Reap and Phnom Penh. Meanwhile, Vietnam isn't about wild raves so much as its late-night coffee culture buzzing with motorbikes and street chatter until the wee hours. But here's the catch. Southeast Asia's party scene isn't always the carefree paradise it looks like on Instagram. Overdrinking is common, and with that comes risks. Pickpockets, scams, and even encounters with sketchy substances that could land you in serious trouble. Laws are often confusing and strictly enforced. What might be overlooked in one country could land you in jail in another. Your best bet? Know the local laws inside and out, party smart, and never leave your passport unattended. Use lockers at hostels or hotels, avoid accepting drinks from strangers, and always have a buddy system. A wild night out should be memorable for the right reasons, not for losing your documents or worse. Stay safe, stay sharp, and remember, the real nightlife is the one you wake up to. Number 1. 3 countries, one epic story. It's tempting to cram Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand into a whirlwind 2-week trip. Hop from Hanoi to Angkor Wat to Bangkok like a travel pinball. But here's the truth. Rushing through Southeast Asia is the fastest way to miss its magic. These 3 countries don't just offer sights, they offer stories. The quiet monks chanting at dawn in Luang Prabang, the local markets where time slows to a crawl, the roadside stalls serving pho made from recipes passed down generations. You won't find these moments on a checklist or an Instagram story. The secret? Slow travel. Take your time to soak in the culture, listen to locals, and embrace the unexpected. Instead of ticking off every temple or beach, savor the moments between. The conversations, the smells, the street music. Yes, it means less quantity, but it means more depth, connection, and memories that last a lifetime. So when you plan your trip, prioritize quality over quantity. Leave space to get lost, to linger, to truly experience the soul of these incredible countries. Because in the end, your journey isn't about the number of stamps in your passport, it's about the stories you bring home. So there you have it, the top 10 things you absolutely must know before traveling Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand in one epic trip. From navigating tricky visas and surviving the infamous sleeper buses to mastering street food without the bellyache and balancing the social media dream with on-the-ground reality. These insights can turn a good trip into a truly unforgettable adventure. Traveling thoughtfully means respecting local cultures, preparing for unexpected surprises, and pacing yourself to soak in the stories behind every temple, market, and smile. Southeast Asia isn't just a destination, it's a living, breathing mosaic of history, nature, and incredible people. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with your fellow travel lovers. Got a story or surprise of your own? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear from you. And stay tuned for our next episode where we dive deep into the hidden towns of northern Vietnam, a place that feels like stepping into a different world altogether. Now I want to hear from you. Which country are you most excited to visit? Have you experienced any of these travel surprises before? Type 1 if you'd go tomorrow, 0 if you still need more convincing.